Carla, you're up next. Big question for you. Carla, you began your career as a real estate agent in late 2018 and immediately closed your first two transactions within the first 30 days. Then you went on to close 33 transactions in your rookie year, which was 2019. Now, as if that wasn't enough, you began developing raw land, acquired 9 rental properties, and successfully flipped 2 homes while still being able to close 40 transactions in 2020. I mean, that's just going. So the question I have for you is, it's my understanding that a big portion of those 40 clients were also investors. Did you set out to focus to serve the investor community, or was that sort of something that developed as your skills and education and sort of passion began to sort of drift in one direction versus another?
It's definitely something that started to develop after I started to learn. And it just happened when I went to this seminar that Thatch Wen was teaching. He's big in the real estate investing community. Yeah. And it was about the BRRRR method, which is buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. And it just blew my mind. And it was so inspiring to see how much equity you can gain when rehabbing a house, etc. So it was just so inspiring that I learned everything I could about it. Yeah. So that's how I started in the real estate investing and how I started making connections in that arena. And even what I like is some of my clients are the typical first-time home buyer, and I like to kind of plant that seed about finding that home where they can add value. Especially right now because the market is crazy. People are going $200,000 cash over asking price because a house has nice kitchen and nice bathrooms. And when actually the cost of doing it is not that much. It could be $30,000, $50,000. So I like to kind of coach them into finding that house where they can add square footage or finish a basement or whatever and get that equity. And so that's how I kind of started. And now, actually, one of my first clients that I closed within those 30 days were house hunting now for a property where they can develop land, where they can do an additional dwelling unit. And I have several clients that are now thinking about investing and purchasing their second, third home.
Wow. So what really intrigues me about that is, and I don't know, so I'm asking, is I felt like you walked into a door, looked around, and saw all the fun things you can do, and you said, I'm going to do all of them. Which I think a lot of people do that, but you're good, like really good at all of them, obviously, because you've done so much in a very short period of time. Did you know that you were this capable as a business person? And I guess where did your confidence come from to know that you can develop land, you can buy land raw? That usually takes people a very long time in their career to discover, rather than just buying and selling. I'm gonna buy land raw and develop it. Like that's pretty bold.
Well, first of all, kind of like Leah, and my dad would always say, whatever you do, you have to do it right, and you have to be the best at it. And so when I started real estate, I wasn't very confident because a lot of people would ask, like, how many deals have you done? Or how many years in real estate? And I was like, 6 months? So I wanted to learn as much as I could. Yeah. And it's all about being focused and about time blocking.
Right.
And so I just dedicated time to learn about things. And I mean, you can't know it all. And we were just talking about that everything is figure outable. There's always a way. It's just getting it done, and you'll learn in the process. And you learn from mistakes, because if you want to get all your ducks aligned in order to do something, you'll miss the opportunity. So that first land that we bought, it was 3 years ago, and we're barely selling all those homes because we subdivided and
sure.
And it was not as easy as I thought it would be.
Right.
But it's a teamwork, team effort. The family came on board and helped, and now we're more confident about it. But I guess it's just being afraid but still doing it.
See, I love that. I absolutely love that, because everything in my past that I've done that I was very, very excited about or very proud about now, I was very naive to what it was going to take to accomplish it. And then looking back, being more experienced, what I have done the thing, knowing how hard and risky it would have been? Probably not. You know what I mean? So I think that's huge to sort of keep that childlike mentality, like it's possible. It is absolutely possible. And then having the people and the resources and of course the intellect to actually pull it off. So I love that. Do you guys have any questions for her?
Yeah, I'd say what's one of the biggest mistakes you've worked through and or learned from?
Oh, I would say the land development.
Yeah.
Yes. We were very lucky because my wife is actually the one that pushed. She's like, hey, there's this land for sale. It's super easy. Let's buy it, subdivide, get a manufactured home dealership license, put mobile homes and sell them. And it seemed so easy that we went for it. And then towards the almost middle of the process, we found out that we had no money to do everything that needed to be done. Yeah. But we were just so lucky that the family came on board. And one of my wife's sister is also a real estate agent. And so she took over. I did part of the process when I was done, and I felt like I couldn't go any further.
Wave the flag, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
She came to the rescue, and thanks to that, it was a team effort. So I would say that was, I wouldn't say mistake, but being naive and thinking
learning
that it was
opportunity.
learning opportunity. Yes. And now it's easier that we've done 27 development in Eastern
incredible.
Washington.
Wow. I should have included that into your introduction.
I think that also like asking for help.
Yes.
A lot of people get really tucked away and I think that shows weakness, but I think it shows strength.
Yes. Yes.
That is a huge lesson, absolutely, is being willing to say, I know enough to know that I don't know that much.
Yes.
And being willing to ask people that you know that care about you.
Yes.
I think that's huge. Anybody else?
What did you do before this?
Whew, many things. I came to the U.S. when I was 18. I was a hostess. Then I opened, I started a medical interpreting agency. Then I owned a bar. And after that, I came back to Seattle. School, I thought I was going to go to medical school. And then I became an agent.
Cool.
I love that, and that makes total sense, because like the moment I met you, which was last month, you have this like energy where you're just like, bing, happy, I'm here, let's do this. That's amazing.